Here's a refreshed, deeper take on your breakdown of Yorgos Lanthimos' latest wild ride, Bugonia.
Every time, what is it?
Skills and identities.
To foster a new generation. Okay, let's go again.
Starring Emma Stone as Michelle Fuller, Jesse Plemons as Teddy Gatz, and directed with that signature off-kilter brilliance. I've kept the same overall structure and thematic flow you laid out. 3 core themes building from self-destruction to rivalry to rebirth, while refreshing the language, weaving in more context from the film's production, real-world ties, like ongoing bee population crises and corporate accountability debates, and extra layers from interviews and analysis. It's still that same engaging fan deep dive energy, just expanded and rephrased for freshness. I've been obsessed with Lanthimos ever since Dogtooth's claustrophobic weirdness, through the grotesque fairy tale vibes of The Favourite and Poor Things, and the anthology's strangeness of Kinds of Kindness. His films thrive on dropping deeply eccentric people into absurd, heightened realities that end up skewering our own society's absurdities, power imbalances, institutional hypocrisy, and the quiet horrors of everyday life.
Constructed to counter the human insurgency with. That's the fucking hyper-normalized dialectic by which you've convinced 7.5 billion people that they're not your captives. To keep us believing in these fucking false institutional
Bugonia nails that formula yet again, blending dark comedy, thriller tension, and biting satire in a story that's equal parts hilarious and harrowing. Theme 1, humanity's self-destruction. At first glance, Bugonia feels like pure Lanthimos invention. Its bizarre premise, deadpan delivery, and escalating madness scream original. But it's actually an English-language reimagining of the 2003 South Korean cult gem Save the Green Planet, directed by Jang Jun-hwan, a sci-fi dark comedy that already mixed abduction, torture, conspiracy paranoia, and sharp commentary on environmental ruin, corporate overreach, and societal alienation. The core setup mirrors the original closely. A deeply scarred, obsessive man with an accomplice kidnaps a powerful pharma executive, convinced they're an extraterrestrial threat to Earth. Both films probe the same dark undercurrents, how unchecked corporate power erodes mental health, widens class divides, and accelerates ecological collapse. Where the Korean version leaned into early 2000s anxieties around globalization and environmental neglect, Lanthimos and screenwriter Will Tracy, known for Succession's corporate satire and The Menu's class warfare, update it for the mid-2020s. Post-pandemic distrust in institutions, rampant conspiracy culture amplified by social media, climate urgency with bee declines as a stark symbol.
If you've been enjoying the cinematic zooms, dramatic text animations, and fast hook cuts in this video, I actually turned that exact style into a Premiere Pro preset pack for content creators. It includes ready-to-use text animations, smooth camera zooms, and high-impact hook templates designed to make your reels and TikToks feel more like a movie scene than just another post. If you want your edits to stand out and feel cinematic without wasting hours tweaking effects, you can check the link in the description and start using the same tools I use in my own video.
And billionaire-fueled doomsday prepping. Producer Ari Aster of Hereditary, Midsommar, and Beau is Afraid brought the project to Lanthimos via his square peg banner, drawn to its timely edge. Aster has openly voiced alarm about environmental tipping points and socio-political erosion, themes that echo in his own work and clearly resonated here. Tracy, in interviews around the film's release, described tapping into a pervasive modern unease, that sense of disconnection from civic life, eroded trust in official narratives, and the temptation to build personal mythologies when reality feels unreliable. He noted how eerily easy it was to channel Teddy's mindset, reflecting how conspiracy thinking can feel almost rational in chaotic times. Lanthimos' style, dry absurdity, ironic detachment, and surreal escalation meshes perfectly with this source material. He uses the ridiculous to spotlight the real, how systemic failures breed paranoia, and how that paranoia can circle back to justify violence. It's satire with teeth. Theme 2, rivalry of radicals. Thematically ambitious, Bugonia tackles massive ideas, capitalism's raw-class warfare, environmental betrayal, institutional gaslighting, yet narratively, it's laser-focused and intimate. Most of the runtime unfolds in a dingy basement, with just a handful of locations and primarily 2, later 3 characters, locked in verbal and psychological combat. This tight scope is deliberate. Lanthimos pits opposites and from opposite ends of the power ladder against each other to expose contradictions through their clashes. Emma Stone's Michelle Fuller is the polished face of of corporate evil, CEO of Oxalith, a pharma giant with a history of shady trials. She embodies performative virtue, everything filtered through buzzword-laden, HR-approved language designed to sound progressive while masking exploitation. Her diversity initiative, shoots and workplace demeanour deliver some of the film's sharpest laughs, but they also reveal the hollowness, how the powerful co-opt empathy as branding while denying real agency to those below times. Stone has spoken about leaning into that artifice. Her goal wasn't raw humanity, but precision in delivering correct corporate speak, the kind that simulates care without delivering it. Michelle's mask cracks in small, telling ways, exposing the selfishness beneath the sheen. Jesse Plemons' Teddy Gatz is her mirror opposite, a warehouse packer at Oxalith. Yes, he works for her company. Amateur beekeeper and full-time conspiracy researcher. Crushed by trauma, childhood abuse by a local authority figure, Sheriff Casey, his mother's coma from a botched Oxalith drug trial that the company buried, Teddy channels rage into elaborate theories about aliens, flat earth hints, and elite control. His brutal honesty and vindictiveness stem from betrayal by every system meant to protect him. Flashbacks to his mother Sandy, Alicia Silverstone, appear in stark black and white dreamlike sequences, blurry, desaturated visions of massive needles, symbolizing addiction and medical violation, levitating bodies, transcendence into death, and insincere corporate apologies. A deleted scene reportedly showed Sandy wrapping young Teddy in tinfoil to shield him from scary people and mind control, underscoring generational trauma fed by paranoia and real harm. Teddy isn't entirely delusional. He spots real issues: corporate greed, credentialism, scams, worker exploitation, and rallies co-workers for fair pay. But he spirals them into absurdity no rational person can endorse, making him a tragic figure. Right diagnosis, wildly wrong cure. The basement duel amplifies these contrasts cinematically. The unusual 1.5:1 aspect ratio makes even confined spaces feel towering and epic. Low-angle shots elevate the characters monumentally, while Jerskin Fendrix's score, sweeping almost period epic in grandeur, underscores their outsized delusions, like scoring a grand tragedy instead of a farce. Dawn, Aidan Delbis, Teddy's gentle, neurodivergent cousin, bridges them uneasily, quietly compassionate, often silenced, yet the clearest moral compass. Theme 3, Inevitable Rebirth. The film opens with bees pollinating flowers, overlaid by Teddy's monologue on colony collapse disorder, blaming pesticides, pollution, and corporate indifference for wiping out these vital pollinators. Bees carry dual symbolism, literal victims of environmental greed, and metaphors for exploited workers in a hive-like society where the queen, corporations, discards the drones. When Michelle dismisses bee declines as weakness in a changing world, it mirrors classic corporate deflection, no accountability, just survival of the fittest rhetoric. Title Bugonia cleverly nods to ancient Greek myth, bees spontaneously generating from an ox carcass, a bloodless sacrifice. Lanthimos explained it evokes rebirth from death, planetary mystery sounding like an alien world, and the flower begonia/peony hybrid, tying ecology, extraterrestrials, and renewal. Dawn emerges as the film's conscience, questioning Teddy's extremes, showing mercy to Michelle, gentle hair clipping, stopping torture. His suppressed voice represents the overlooked majority amid polarized extremes. His fate underscores how compassion gets crushed in radical conflicts. The climax delivers the twist. Michelle's lies about being Andromedan were true. Her people arrived eons ago, accidentally ended the dinosaurs, then engineered humans as redemption, only for us to devolve into selfishness. Failed Oxalith trials aimed to evolve us towards compassion, but humanity proved unworthy. The mothership's bubble, evoking ozone collapse or atmospheric doom, erases us, leaving bees thriving amid silent cities. And the closing montage, humans dead worldwide, nature persisting, plays over a haunting cover of Pete Seeger's Where Have All the Flowers Gone?, cycling through growth, war, death, and regrowth. The refrain, when will they ever learn, lands as both a lament and indictment of endless self-inflicted tragedy. What a gut punch of a film. Funny, uncomfortable, and strangely hopeful in its bleakness. Nature endures even if we don't. Lanthimos keeps pushing boundaries, and this one feels especially sharp for right now. Your breakdown was spot on and super insightful. Love how you connected the dots. What's your favourite Lanthimos quirk here? The score, the aspect ratio, or maybe Plemons' unhinged energy? Drop your thoughts or questions below. I'm all ears and catch you in the next deep dive.